Hey, Chris Jenkins, credentialed member of the media covering the Carolina Panthers for Charlotte Vibe, a.k.a. Man of the People. I'm your friend of the media. If you ever have any questions about this Carolina Panthers team, just let me know, and I will do my best to get those questions answered for you. So I have made it back to Charlotte, North Carolina. I just got through with the trip to Boston to watch the New England Patriots preseason game. Game was terrible, but, we got the chance to see the team so far. But just want to say that was the most stressful trip going and coming that your boy has ever taken. So I just want to say I am very happy to be back here at Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte. Continue to cover the Carolina Panthers team for this inaugural season of Dave Canales as your head coach. We're going to get you up to date with the latest things that have happened. We are now at, I believe, day 11. I could be wrong, but I think, we're at day 11 of training camp. 4 more days to go. And we'll end the week with the matchup against the New York Jets and some joint practices. So stay tuned for that. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you do so you can see all the updates that I'll have for that, because I feel like that's going to be our biggest test to see how our offensive line is doing, how Bryce is doing. What about that connection with him and Deontay? How that defensive front is doing. Vero's been a very good coach. Seems to have a lot of respect from Dave Canales. I say that because today, as he was talking about coaching his first preseason game, he just made some comments to me that just said, those defensive guys almost got the feeling they're like, yeah, Dave, we got it, we're good. And he's like, oh, yeah, you guys got it. I'm going to go focus on this offensive stuff and everything else that I have to do. But, Vero is a really good defensive coordinator, so I think it's just due that he's given that kind of confidence in him. Let's go ahead and go. Oh, hold on. See, so I got to give some love to the people that are tuning in already, because I said members get some special recognition all the time. So let's go ahead and give those members some love. We got Donald Byers that is checking in with us, as well as Knucklehead. Let's go ahead and put these up on the screen. Donald Byers. Let's go, Chris. Thanks. Keep up the great work. I appreciate you. Keep pounding. I appreciate you, too. I'm going to change that color of the font. Should I point up? There. I'm going to change that. I was experimenting. I forgot to change it back to some other colors. I don't like that color right there. But what's going on? And then we also have, let's get it up here, Knucklehead K. What's up, guys and gals? Keep pounding. Appreciate you, Knucklehead K. Look at all of our members coming on here. I love our members. I love the members. True Lifetimes just became a member. You know what? I don't know if you just became a member today or if you just became a member, period. But nevertheless, welcome, True Lifetimes. I'm here for you. You now have a best friend in the media. So appreciate you all for tuning in. If you want to know how to become a member, the link is always in the description, or you can just leave a comment. I'll walk you through it however I need to. We're independent media, supported 100% by your memberships, by your super chat. So anytime that you have an ability to do so is greatly appreciated. Let's go ahead and get into this day 11 for the Carolina Panthers as they return back to Charlotte after their preseason game number 1. So we did have a transaction that has taken place. Sorry about that wrong screen there. Give me a second. All right. So we do have a transaction that has taken place. We signed defensive tackle Jaden Peavy. And PV is no stranger to the Carolina Panthers, as he was on the Panthers practice squad last season, and earlier this year he was in camp with the Browns earlier this offseason. Again, that's Jaden Peavy, now defensive tackle signed with the Carolina Panthers. The other one, I just forgot to update this the other day, so I want to make sure I keep you guys up to date with everything. Tight end Stephen Sullivan was released due to an injury settlement. Again, Stephen Sullivan, I think actually he pronounces Stefan, but Sullivan was released due to an injury settlement. So those are some of your latest transactions. And then I got some, what I like to say throughout the preseason, some unofficial injury updates, because they don't have to give us anything official during the preseason. So it's kind of like, this is what you get. But I'm going to give you, so it's not always a comprehensive list of every single guy that may be dealing with something. But Cade Mays, who hurt himself in the game the other day, sorry if I get my days mixed up and you see me hesitating. I literally don't know what day it is a lot of times with being here at camp so many days and now traveling. It's just like really, whew. But anyway, Cade Mays, he suffered an AC sprain. He's going to be out a couple of weeks against that offensive line. So, well, we saw today was, man, I think it was about 5 guys that they brought in. Usually they bring them in, to me, pretty late in practice or after we leave. But you got to see that obviously the Carolina Panthers were bringing in some offensive linemen to try them out, to add them to the squad. We currently still have 1 open spot on the team that we can add without having to make a subsequent move to it. But we had, what I'm guessing was about 5 guys that showed up near the end of practice today going through some drills, because we only finished that game, I think, with 5 offensive linemen. So we definitely need some more depth, at least, or camp bodies, as I said, most commonly, to make it through the rest of this training camp. He did give us an update, even though it was pretty weak, on the other guys who got some injuries from that game. A couple of days ago, that was Jaden Crumedy. He got a high ankle sprain. No further information from Canales on that, no timetable. And then as well as Badera, man, I need to get the pronunciation chart. I'm going to go with Badera Traore. The offensive guard, no, tackle, that nothing structurally wrong with him, but no other details about him. So Mays, a couple of weeks with that sprain, Crumedy and Badera, nothing really significant in terms of updating goes. And we'll just continue to monitor that and get some information for you all as we can. Practice observations today. So got 2 observations that I'm going to point out for today, and excuse me while I get a drink of water. I'll come back on the camera in a split second. Well, 3 observations. One is that it was really, really hot. It's not Wofford hot, it's not Spartanburg hot by any means, but it was, your boy was sweating probably within 5 minutes of practice, and I'm not a person that sweats too often at all, so it was pretty hot today. But overall today, I would give my little hat tip to Bryce Young and Deontay Johnson. They weren't on fire, but they had a pretty good chemistry that you could see continue to evolve between those two. There was one point at which Bryce had thrown a deep ball to Deontay, and you don't see this too often, that a guy just really stretches it out in practice to catch the ball. And Deontay did, and he came up a little short, but after that fall, he kind of he was a little slow getting up, but nevertheless, he was fine. But later on, practice did end with not 1, but 2 consecutive touchdown passes from Bryce Young to Deontay Johnson as they were practicing their red zone offense. So hat tip again to Bryce Young and Deontay Johnson. Continue to have some chemistry, continue to be something that I want. Coach Canales, even I don't think it's going to happen. I feel like, and I'm jumping all over the place here a little bit, I feel like the joint practice we're going to see a lot. And from joint practice, I think he'll decide whether or not he's going to play the starters at all. I'm kind of thinking he won't, because he's going to have that joint practice. But I'm hoping, just for like a series. Just give me 1 series. Would you guys like to see Bryce and company, Derek Brown and company as well, just for at least 1 series this upcoming Saturday? I would. But I will give my play of the day to my man who has a good arm. He has a good arm, but he just hadn't put everything together at the NFL level. He's currently our 3rd-string quarterback, Jake Plummer, who played 3.5 quarters this past couple days ago. Again, I cannot remember my days. Don't get on me. But he had I don't know. Maybe you guys can send me some highlights, but I think this might have been the deep ball of camp so far, in which he threw a nice, man, it seemed like it was a good 40, 50 yards in the air. He threw a nice deep ball to David Moore. And it was sweet. It was right on the money. It was high. It was tight spiral. And it was caught by David Moore. He was defended by Anthony Brown on that play. But it was definitely my play of the day for camp today. Really nice, exciting play to watch. That would really wrap up my notes from training camp observations of the play-by-play today. Jadeveon Clowney did get a nice batted ball on the defensive side from Bryce Young. It was kind of nice to see Bryce, when Jadeveon batted, it kind of came back at him, and he did I say nice to see it because you want to protect the ball. So when the ball was coming back towards Bryce, he again batted it down to try to make sure that play went dead. Otherwise, yeah, it was just a pretty even swap of plays on defense and offense, both sides of the ball. And then we had the opportunity to speak with my man Dave Canales, and I talked about I wasn't happy that the starters didn't play this past – again, I keep forgetting what day it is. I'm sorry, but a couple days ago in Foxborough, I really wanted to see it happen, even just from the standpoint of everybody getting their operations down together. This is the first time for Dave calling plays. It's just the first time for a lot of things. And I just think it would not have hurt to have everybody that would be involved in a game situation go through some of that. And listen to Dave talking about his first time as coaching a real game and what he's going to have to work on. And let me know your thoughts.
You know, the challenge for me is when the defense is out there, to be in tune to what's happening on the field in case they need me for something, for a timeout or to get involved in some way, you know, while trying to collect the information from the last offensive drive. So that was a really cool challenge. I'm looking forward to another opportunity this week to do that.
So that was Dave talking about just getting adjusted to being like, you know, offense comes down, he's now locked in, he's talking to Bryce, talking to Andy, talking to whomever, but still understanding that he has to be tuned in to some degree to pay attention to things that the defense may need. It's perfectly fine. I'm not saying, oh, that's terrible, but I'm just saying you are a first-year coach. There's going to be a lot of things that you have to encounter the first time that it would just be good to use a dry runs, a time that's not going to count against you, to continue to say, hey, maybe I'm going to change this up a little bit. Maybe I'm going to change that up a little. I mean, certainly you can do that during a game, but just my strong preference, as you can tell, is just give me some reps with all these new faces that we have on the team right now. I was asked about Xavier Legette and his opportunity to play this upcoming Saturday against the Jets. I strongly did not feel like that would happen. Today was the first time we saw him on the practice field since his injury, and he didn't do much at all. Like, he could have done some things, but I didn't see him do anything at all. But here's Coach Canales talking about Xavier so far.
Yeah, he's doing great. So it's, you know, really, again, it's kind of a day-to-day thing, you know, and we're trying to just get the discomfort out of the foot completely cleared up before we start getting him into like really fast change of direction things, you know. So the inline stuff is great, and we'll be smart about that and bring him along.
So the inline stuff is great. It's just the side-to-side and acceleration type stuff. That's 100% what a game is about. And if your first round pick is dealing with some issues like that, you're not going to play him. I think they were smart and pretty cautious with guys from this the game a couple of days ago, and that it seemed like every guy that he came out, it was pretty quick that, you know, we were told that he was questionable to return, and none of the guys did return, which I'm perfectly fine with, and I think you should do. It's a preseason game. So with that, I feel like if Xavier on, what's today, Saturday, is not cutting, then he's just straight line is good. And again, I just didn't see him do anything. He could have done something light, but he certainly didn't even have a helmet, so I didn't see him in any drills. Keep him on the sidelines. Let him get healthy. Let him be the potential impact that he could be, get his full potential of health his first season in the NFL. So that'll be all the updates that I have for you guys. Do want to give you a kicking update. Eddie Pinheiro did miss one field goal today. He was 4 of 5. I don't feel like that changes anything at all. I feel like it's Pinheiro, obviously, and then Mevis just trying to get some tape in there to get a tryout for another team, but he was 4 of 5 today. And that's it. That's all I got for you guys. So let me see if there's any questions that I can answer before I get off of here. If you have been watching and enjoy, hit that like button, subscribe. Next goal is trying to get 15,000 members. But if you want to be a special member, have the little, I'm just going to pick a random comment here, have this little extra certificate by your name and make sure that I get all your comments. Becoming a member will allow you those priority comments and special privileges. So, and you'll be supporting the channel growing and covering the team in the way that we do and bringing you news about the Carolina Panthers. So thank you. All right, let's try to go through some questions here. Just reading through the questions. Rock Jones, keep pounding. Appreciate the cover, Chris, but does that shirt come in any other color than red? Probably black, white, orange. I thought about getting a green one, but no, I'm wearing the red. That's as you can see here on the mic. That's the company colors, and it does help people remember me as well. So it's working, serving its purpose. Look at my lady Knucklehead K supporting the channel. Let's see if we can find a super chat real quick here. Look at here, look at here, look at here.
Super chat.
Super chat from Knucklehead K. Great content as always. Knucklehead K, I appreciate you so much. And again, you watch, you know, we're supported 100% by you guys. So I have to always acknowledge it every time it happens because I really appreciate it. It helps the channel continue to grow. Allowed me to make my trip up to Boston to bring you that coverage. I think some of you, the new people, were so kind of shocked that I was on the sideline in New England before the game, but that's what I do. That's what you could expect. Again, I'm a credentialed member of the media, and I'm going to be on the sidelines when they play the Jets. Going to be post game, go in the locker rooms throughout the week. So again, really a lot of access to the team, and I just like to provide that access to you all, and just love to give you the news that you want. So thank you, Knucklehead K. Appreciate it very much with the super chat there. Is Canales hiding? I haven't seen him since the massacre in New England. I just gave you a little proof of life with the interviews that I showed there, so he's doing good. What's up, Chance? All right, Chance, you're the next person that needs to become a member. Go ahead, links in the description. I want to continue to build the membership so we can continue to consistently cover this team in a way that I really would like to do more of. Just need some more resources from you guys. I agree. I would love to see Bryce get one series. Just give him one series. I continue to say that you can protect Bryce from getting hurt by the plays that you're calling, all right? And by also telling him how you want him to get rid of the ball if he feels the pressure. There's no need to run around. I forget what the quarterback was for New England that ran around for like 14 seconds. You don't have to do all that. Just throw the ball away. We just want to see you get some reps. Just want to see you hand off the ball. Just want to go through the communication with the coach, with the headset, and that kind of communication. Just get him out there. Just get him out there. Jamie Earl, man, thanks for awesome practice views. So if you all have not checked it out, there's always 2 videos that go up at least every day, sometimes 3. But the 2 videos will be the highlights from practice. Those go up first. Generally about an hour after practice that will be up. And then you have this live recap, which I'm doing right now. And then when I do have a chance to interview players, then that'll be your 3rd video. So we still have Jatavian Sanders, Michael Barrett, Xavier Legette, and Jonathan Brooks to interview. Now, when players are hurt, I can't access them. So Jonathan Brooks, I know I will not get to during the preseason. Xavier's up in the air. And then the other 2 should be having them pretty soon. What's up, T Green? No matter the circumstances, it's not going to be the same forever. Looking for a greater season as well as everyone else. Yeah, I think I feel good about a better season. And I hope I was clear in my comments about the game the other day. It wasn't that, oh man, we suck. We're going to be the worst team ever. We're no better than we were last year. My thing was, I know that we're playing guys that aren't going to be here. I know that's what we did, but I think the fans deserve to see some of the guys that will be starting and have some optimism for what will be going on and get some confidence for, yeah, this is going to be good, instead of just like not showing those guys at all. I know Willie Drew got burnt on that stop and go, but have you heard anything or at least seen how he's been practicing? Yeah, Donald, I didn't get a chance to watch him closely today. Do the questions need to be specifically about football? I had a question regarding David Tepper and his holdings or investments. Now, you can ask. No, the questions can be about anything. I'm your guy. But I just, some things I'm not going to know. So that question there, I don't know, Robert, but I'll tell you this. I am itching to ask him, just give me one investment tip. Just give me, not one general. Give me one for right now, today, August 10th, that I can use. So, Robert, when I get that, I'm definitely going to share it with the world and be looking out for it. Appreciate you, Unc. Always great at content. I will continue to keep grinding. It gets tough sometimes. I won't lie to you, man. It was that travels to Boston was the most stressful. I can't say it was the airline's fault. I know weather and stuff like that was going on that they just had to deal with, and it just trickles down to me, the consumer riding on the airplane. But, whoo, your boy almost took a vet day today. It was tough because I didn't get in until after 1 a.m. last night. Fortunately, practice was pushed back a little bit today. Ooh, Jeff R. says, Canales is coaching like a rookie coach. Can't really expect much from him. So, can't really expect much from him in what regard? Jeff, are you saying that we can't expect much from him? Excuse me, I get some water. In terms of being a good coach? Are you saying we can't expect a good record? Or are you just saying there's obviously going to be some things that, because he's a rookie coach, there's going to be some bumps in the road? If you can, clarify that. You don't think Mevis could beat out Eddie? No, nah. Mevis has missed many kicks. He's a rookie. And you're trying to beat out a veteran. So when you beat out a veteran, you got to be doing better than that veteran's doing, because that veteran also has NFL experience. He has much more tape than you have. And Mevis has missed way more than Eddie, and Eddie's been a pretty solid kicker. So, no, he's not doing anything to jump ahead of Eddie. Got to put this up here from 721 Hulk Sports. Good work. Appreciate the consistency. Consistency is key. Consistency is key. Thank you for noticing, man. I appreciate it very, very much. All right. I think that's it. I think we got through everything. All right, Robert, you got your question in just in the nick of time. He says, is everyone safe from that plane incident? That was insane news when they flew in. So happily, fortunately, thankfully, nobody was hurt. Nobody had to get any kind of medical attention of anything whatsoever. Coach Canales did speak about it today, saying he was kind of sleeping when it happened, woke up a little bit, knew they were going to be sitting on the plane for a while, and he went and took another nap. So other than just being one of those things, they officially have to go through this process with the paramedics and first responders coming out, et cetera, just to make sure everybody's safe. I'm sure if that was an optional thing, that they just would have skipped it, but it's not. It's a part of, planes are heavily regulated for safety, et cetera. But everybody, fortunately, was safe, is safe from that flight. So that is definitely good to hear. That's it for today. We have practice again Sunday. We have practice again Monday. We're off Tuesday. What's today? Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Yeah, off Tuesday. Joint practices later on in the week. So I'll continue to bring you guys all of that information and more. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing. I'm Chris Jenkins for Charlotte Vibe.